Hello, friends! Oh, yeah. Do you hear that music? It is 3 o'clock on a Wednesday, and you are here on YouTube hanging out with me. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you. New song. Look, you can do the floss slowly. Woo! Press that thumbs up. And the batteries fell out. Yes, 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 yes. And fade out the music. Hello, friends. I assume we are live. It looks like we are live. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I'm going to take these off right now, and we're going to say hello to the people that are here right now. Who do we got here? Evan is here. Brandon is here. TD Reader is here. Abby RD is here. Melissa is here. Jeff Prindle is here. Marcus is here. Of course, Cash the Line is here. Crystal is here. The chat is moving. We got Skimbosh, the hilarious Skimbosh. We have Surveyor. We have Brandon. We have the Happy Hodag. Shout out to patrons. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much for joining. We have an exciting show. I'm just going to call it a show. It used to be just sort of like a live hangout, but now I'm calling it's a show. Look at these shades. You guys have been giving me so many nice comments about my shades recently because look at, they have palm trees on them. These are literally from the early 90s. Who else is here? Ned Stock is here. Welcome back, Ned. Priscilla. We got Jasmine. We've got 56 people here to hang out. Let's talk geocaching and let's talk TikTok. Oh my gosh, it's a new phenomenon. And I'm there. Many of you in the chat are there. Brent Smith, Sim Rebel is here. Jacob Cummings. I'm excited to bring my guest on. He is, dare I say, a geocaching bestie. And thank you for choosing this. Realize that there's a rocket launch about to happen, probably in about 45 minutes. So everybody might leave this stream to watch the rocket launch. I get that. Understand. We haven't had a rocket launch in the United States. Houston Dave. Oh my gosh. Did you see that? He just gave a super chat. You know what that means? That means it's time again to do a little bit of, a little bit of dancing possibly. What do we got? It's random music. We don't know what's coming out. There it is. Ooh, Houston Dave. Houston Dave. I think we might need to get Seemyshell to do a little dancing too. Thank you. You get dance and a show and tell. Can you guys spot the geocache? Can you spot the geocache? Can you spot it? It's right there. It's under the trunk, of course. Under the trunk. Thanks, Houston Dave. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's do some business. We don't have a lot of time because Seemyshell, he's got to get to work. It's literally, I don't know what time it is. It's really early. It's really, really early for him. He woke up nice and early. He's got to get to work. But that's great. Great to see you all here. Let's do some business. First of all, I want to thank all the patrons. They're the ones that make this whole thing possible. The videos you see on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and ding, 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 TikTok. They make it all possible. And they make it possible. We've been doing this. I think we're in week 10, possibly week 10 of hanging out together. And so I want to thank our patrons. I thanked a bunch of them last week. I'm going to thank 10 of them right now. If you're a patron, make yourself known in the chat room. But let's thank them right now. I'm going to thank Jesse Club, Gas Station Tuna. What a guy. He's got a YouTube channel. Nora Bryant, Jamie England, Kina or Kina, I can't remember. Kina or Kina Rutman, Jane Jewel, Wouter from the Netherlands. I saw him in the chat. Oh, Gas Station Tuna is here in the house. This is fantastic. Lisa and Colin Hawkins, Sir Drumalot, also a geocaching blogger. Stefan Frank, who you've seen on videos. I visited him in Germany. So thanks to all those people. Thanks to the people that have done super chats on here. That's really cool. Thank you for those that are joining us live. Thank you for those that are joining us on the replay. Great to have you guys all here today. And we need to get down. We're going to get down to business. By the way, if you choose to do a super chat, thank you so much in advance. I appreciate that. And if you do that, just like Houston Dave did it, you will get a dance or a little show and tell. Houston Dave got both. He got a dance. You see, my geocache, short story, my geocache was muggled. I put this little guy inside of a geocache, inside of an ammo can. The ammo can got muggled, but they saved the elephant was saved. So, and inside of it said, "This is not swag. Do not take," because the geocache is called "It's Under the Trunk." This little guy has been seen in many, many videos. All right. We've got him waiting. We've got our special guest waiting. I have a special introduction for him. So I got to pull it up here on my notes. All right. So my special guest for today is one of the world's most favorite geocaching personalities. He's known for his geocaching YouTube channel, his geocaching periscopes, and now on TikTok. Most recently, he's been hosting worldwide geocaching trivia nights. Guys, he's a game show host now. Can you believe it? And he's also on his YouTube been featuring Geocaching 101. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one, the only, Craig Seemyshell, the Aussie geocacher. Is he here?
G'day, Josh. How you going, mate? Oh, and Josh is just frozen. Look at that. Hello, everyone out there in the good old TikTok world. And he's back. He's back. You froze right at that perfect time.
Oh, good.
Time. Yes. G'day, mate.
That's why I have you on here, because you could take over at any time if something happens. So,
well, catch the line in the chat. I was on his show the other week as well, and the same thing happened with him. It sort of paused, and I'm like, you know what? Let's keep this show on the road, mate. No worries at all. So, yep. Keep the show going, mate. Keep the show going.
It is awesome to have you here.
Thank you.
And look at you got quite a setup. Look, you got the full green screen behind you. You got the official microphone. This is serious business.
Well, mate, I did have to make it serious business when I started a podcast a while ago down here in Australia, and so I needed to make it serious business from there. And then the podcast has rolled over onto sort of like a trivia night sort of theme / vlogging again. You know, getting back into that with all this the coronavirus and all that sort of stuff come out. Like, you know, I was stuck at home for 2 weeks straight. What else are you going to do?
It's made everyone have to adjust to this sort of different reality. And it's been so fun to see people get creative. Like, I'm usually not a person that goes live. I'm not a long form content sort of person. I'm certainly not a podcaster. I'm not an interviewer. So I'm in whole new territory here, but I'm still having fun. I'm having fun and it's been actually a little bit refreshing, actually.
Exactly. And I've gone the other way. You see, normally I love the live stuff, and all of a sudden now I'm like, well, I can't go live all the time. That'll just annoy the heck out of people. So, so now I've started doing some editing work and, you know, getting on YouTube again and starting to do that sort of stuff. And yeah, it's been lots of fun, mate. Lots of fun. I even got a new software program updated, and oh man, lots of work.
Everything has become so professional, sir. Well done.
Thank you.
So some of you watching this might not know my friend Craig, but Craig, give me just a brief introduction. Where are you from? What do you do? And just tell me how you got into geocaching if people don't know.
Well, I got into geocaching, Josh, 2014 it was, and again, like most of us, sort of, I'm going to call us middle-aged men. When we hit that time in our life when things don't go right or whatever else, well, we have to turn to something. You know what? I turned to geocaching. A friend of mine told me about this awesome game that was free, that you could get outside, you could, you know, fresh air, sunshine, and I'm telling you now, it has been the best mental health therapy that anyone could even ask for. You know, some people don't know that about me. You know, they just think I'm a funny guy, but I do have a deep downside as well. You see, so. But growing up, mate, I grew up just south of Sydney here in Australia, and I've been there my entire life until recently. I moved up north a little bit closer to the Queensland border with work. And as you say, I'm going to work soon. It's only 6 a.m. here, mate. 6 a.m.
Oh, well done. Well done, sir.
But my YouTube channel actually started. It started because of my kids. My kids wanted to film the geocaching adventures, and they were watching. They were watching you. They were watching Geopat as well back in the day, and of course GC Doc. How good is he? That man is just the legend.
He was actually on last week, so if you didn't get to watch that, you can go back and watch last week's.
Exactly.
It's a show now, Greg.
I know.
My dreams are coming true. I have a show.
You do. You have a show. You have a show. Mind you, I can't find it here. I've got GC Doc's coin, mate. See, so I got more than you.
You do have more than me. You do have more than me.
No, it's really cool. So that's how I actually got into the vlogging side of things. And you know, once the kids grow up and they become teenagers, you're lucky like that, mate. You're lucky because your kids, like you got Rista Bunny and all that there, and she's kicking goals like you wouldn't believe. You know, my kids, they went the other way. They turned around and went, nah, we're too cool for this geocaching stuff, you know, and they went that way. You know, yours went that way, mine went that way. So,
well, that's not necessarily true. There's certain age ranges that they kind of go the other way, but Rista Bunny is a full-fledged adult, and she's now, I think, seeing the benefits of hanging out, spending time with dad as she is maturing as a young woman.
Exactly. I love watching her, mate, on your YouTube clips as well. I think she brings a great sort of different energy and a younger energy. Let's be honest, us blokes, we need a younger energy sometimes on these videos because we get sick of our own voices sometimes.
Exactly. It gets to be quite a challenge trying to keep things entertaining just on your own. So having somebody else there to play off of, really, it totally does make all the difference. So you've done the YouTube thing, and you're kind of branching into sort of, I would say, new territory. But you were big on Periscope. Talk a little bit about Periscope.
Yes. I used to love my Periscope, and I still do. But obviously, with this, we've only just been able to get outside again. You see, here in Australia.
Yeah.
And so for me, the Periscope was always live. It always at a cache location. I was always trying to show you either good caches or good locations, one of the two. And it was a way that I could just, you know, literally get a video out there without having to edit anything at all and no extra time involved, and just say g'day to all the live people, and that was it. So yeah, I still do Periscopes when I get out and play, so to speak. And yes, I still love my Periscopes, mate. Still love the Periscopes.
Well, the nice thing about Periscopes, which is similar to TikToks, is that it's sort of, it's on the go. Short form content. It's not like you're going to have to record a whole thing, go back home, edit it, put a description. You know, it's a little quicker, it's a little faster, it's a little dirtier, and that's nice. That's nice. You know, and the cool thing, and we'll talk about TikTok a little bit later, the amount of people that you can influence in such a short period of time is pretty incredible.
Exactly. I mean, look, just the other day, Josh, as well, like I did edit for one of my new videos, and it's a 40-second clip, 40-second, the beginning, because you probably see my new beginnings that I've got now. I'm trying to branch out, trying to get more creative, trying to be more cinematic about things, and be more of a creator rather than just a vlogger, so to speak. Nothing against you, but more than just a vlogger. I want to get something new content in there, and branch out myself. So the other day, 40 seconds worth of footage took me 8 hours to edit. 40 seconds. So if people say, you know, again, that's another reason. Periscope is just you're live and you're done in 5 minutes and it's finished.
Well, and as of recently in the quarantine, you've taken some time to also refresh your YouTube channel. And your YouTube channel is great. You bring great energy to it. Your personality carries it, and that's a big part of it. People always ask, how do you do the YouTube thing? And it's like, be yourself. There's one thing that nobody else has, and that's you being you.
Yep, exactly right.
But you've sort of over the last few months sort of refreshed your YouTube channel. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Oh, 100%, Josh, 100% refresh it. And I think it was because of my goal was going towards podcasts. So I had ownership of the Australian podcast here as well. And so I had a lot of energy and a lot of effort going into the podcast sort of related things, which then literally inspired me to start up with the YouTube once again, because I finished the podcast. I finished the podcast in preparation for my big move, you see, at the end of the year. fingers, I'll be in the good old US of A. That's for another story. But so I finished up the podcast. So I had the time free. At the same time, I was in the, obviously, you know, quarantined sort of because I came back from the States. And I thought to myself, this is pushing me. You know, something is pushing me to get back into the thing that I love the most, and that is creating. You get that creative juices flowing. So, you know, I sat down, I was doing research after research. In that 2 weeks, I can seriously say that I maybe watched 2 hours of Netflix. That's it, in 2 weeks. And I didn't leave my house for 2 weeks. Didn't leave my house for 2 weeks. 2 hours of Netflix. The rest on YouTube. And as you said, perfect, because I get asked that as well. What I want to start a video, I want to start a YouTube channel, I want to start some sort of platform or media, whether it be TikTok or Instagram or whatever. And be yourself. Just be yourself. Don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about how many followers you get. None of that sort of stuff. I mean, look at me. I don't even know. I think I'm not even at 1,000 followers, mate, on YouTube. You know what I mean? And I've been doing it for years. But that means nothing itself. For me, it's about the creativity side of things, and be yourself, and then just enjoy what you do. You know, that's for me, that's the biggest thing. That is the biggest tick right there.
Totally. And as far as refreshing your YouTube channel, you've done some sort of tutorial 101 videos. Can you talk a little bit about that? Why you chose to start doing those?
Well, we can't get out. So I thought to myself, what better reason? At the same time, Josh, I think we spoke briefly as well in regards to the TikTok stuff. And when the TikTok, listen to me, I sound like an old bloke.
The TikTok.
Yeah, the TikTok thing.
I need a TikTok in my breath, you know.
But when we noticed that platform, it bringing up all the younger generations, yourself and a few others as well that I've spoken to, have thought this is the best way to get new people and new players into our game. You know, it's got to start somewhere, because otherwise, us old blokes, we're just gonna move on eventually. You know, we want the new players to come in. And so I have been getting a lot of questions, you know, and it's you do. On TikTok especially, we'll go towards TikTok. You put up a video and you get the same question each time. And each time you go, just read the question before. Just read the question before. Like,
I have found the joy of using predictive text on the iPhone, where it now knows exactly how to answer the question, what is geocaching? What do you get out of it?
Yes.
Do you get real cash? Yeah. I think I've answered that question hundreds of times in the last 3 months.
I know, it's absolutely insane. But it's a brand. Let's be honest. Let's chat about TikTok a little bit. It's a brand new platform.
Yes,
it is. And I'll be honest. And I thought to myself, you know, I'm good with technology and stuff, but you know, it's very, very different. You have to really learn a new style, a new technique. You know, they favorite the 15 to 30 second videos, and you can't find a cache in 15 to 30 seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's funny because even though it's short form content, I'm still making. I'm using all 59 seconds almost every time.
I've noticed. But funnily enough, you can never ever pick what is going to be a quality video or most liked or viewed video on there. Never. You know, I mean, I know a few of yours, but one of mine, for instance, like I'll post a good video on there, me talking, you know, g'day guys, TikTok time for a cache. That's my little saying that I've sort of developed in some way. And then I'll go and find the cache, and it'll be like a 45-second clip. It'll be a nice quality cache, me chatting, a good view at the end, whatever, you know, and it gets 200, 300. I post literally a 15-second video, not even me going, you know, oh, what's this? And I pan it around, grab the cache in my hand and go, cache. That's it. It's got 280,000 views. Like,
so difficult to predict. And
you can't predict it, mate. You can't predict it.
So let's back up a second.
Yes.
All right.
I'll come back. The screen's right here.
How far back can you go, Craig?
And I'm connected.
So for those, you know, we might have people listening or watching that are wondering, okay, I've heard a little bit about this TikTok thing, but I don't really know what it is. I love geocaching. Josh, I watch your channel. Craig, I watch your channel. I'm on the Facebook.
The Facebook.
And I'm a little nervous about venturing to this TikTok world because I'm afraid it's just for the kids.
Yeah.
Craig, could you in two sentences just give a basic like rundown as what is TikTok?
TikTok for me is a video version of Instagram. So it is quick, it is simple. And the best thing about TikTok, Josh, is that you will not see content which you don't normally see. The algorithm on TikTok is incredible. You know, I jumped on TikTok and I thought to myself, what am I going to see? Like, I'm going to see a bunch of kids. I have not seen one kid do any dances or any of that sort of stuff on there. I see geocaching related stuff. I do see other dancing related, but they're all, funnily enough, like, 30 and 40-year-old, people doing these dances and comedy. I see a lot of dad jokes on there, So the algorithm on TikTok, if people are worried about TikTok because they're going to see stuff that they don't want to see, it won't show you that, you know? It'll only show you content.
As soon as you start swiping away on the things you don't like, it gets very smart very quickly. So it's a short form, basically video app. Maybe some of you have heard of Vine in the past years where it was 5 seconds. You get 59, 1 minute to show whatever you want. Again, like you said, Craig, most are like 15 seconds long.
Yeah.
There's so much you can do with it. You can put text over videos.
Yeah.
I just made what they call a duet.
Yeah.
Today. So, for example, if I see a geocaching video I like, I can use that video and I can be on a separate screen and I can react to the video and make that my own video. Hi. Oh, sorry. Backwards. Ready? Hi. Okay. So there's so much. There's music. There's filters in it. It's just a lot of fun. And like you said, I think nowadays, I don't want to speak for everyone, but I think people, as far as social media goes, like you said, people on TikTok, you pretty much see what you want to see.
Yes.
In the Facebook world, even Instagram, your feed is filled up with a lot of stuff that's happening in the world, the pandemic. And so the fun part of it is it's in its early stages, and it will change just like any social media changes. But it's fun. And again, I'll just say that there's a huge opportunity. I'm just going to say it. There's a huge opportunity for geocachers. There are geocachers on the app. But there's not that many.
No, not yet.
And I think one of the reasons geocaching is so intriguing, because it's new to people, right? But as soon as they swipe up and the instant you hook them and they're like, what is this person doing?
That's right.
There's a sense of mystery around it. And I think that is what is really hooking people. And I'm just really excited. And you could tell, I would love to know why you got on TikTok. I was hesitant. I've been on TikTok for a little over 3 months now. My kids were on it. I saw my kids, again, silly videos blow up. I'm thinking, I was skeptical. I was like, I don't know if geocaching, this is a play. But there's a woman from Florida named Corey Sorrell. I'm going to give a shout out to her because Corey is the biggest, the most followed geocacher, I think, as far as I know, on 100%. TikTok. And I saw her having success. And I was like, hey, I'm a geocacher.
Exactly. But not only that, the best thing for me, and this is what I use it for, Josh, as I said just before, and that is it's an educational tool for especially the younger generation. They see this sort of stuff, and normally they'd see it if they're a normal muggle, you know what it's like, and they find one of the geocaches in the wild, they're more than likely going to literally muggle it, take it or whatever. But if they've seen a TikTok video and they're with their friends and their friends finds one, and they go, hang on a second, I've seen a video about this. You know what I mean? So all of a sudden they're interacting with each other. They're actually talking about geocaching in a good way, not just like, what's this? Is this a bit of rubbish, or is this a container, or is it a bomb? So
they see people respecting the game.
Exactly. And they then respect the game themselves. They may get into it, they may not, but at the end of the day, they've learnt something from it, you see. I think Bounce in the chat as well, he asked me, whether I like Periscope over a TikTok or vice versa. You know what, mate? They're two different platforms in my mind. Periscope is all about the live stuff. TikTok is all about the happening now and new. Periscope's getting a little old because Periscope's obviously owned by Twitter. TikTok, I'm not sure who's TikTok's. Is it owned by Instagram, possibly? So yeah, that's the difference between the two in regards to those. They're just two different platforms. I don't like one over the other. I think I'm learning more with TikTok. Periscope, I've got in my back pocket. Like, I know Periscope inside and out. I can do dual cameras with Periscope. It's not a problem. But with TikTok, it's a new platform, new beginnings. And as always, Josh, like you're the same, mate. I mean, we're a similar age. You got to learn something new every day, you know, and you got to broaden your horizons and learn something new every day. And if people are worried about getting on TikTok because they're middle-aged men like you and I, well, more than you by a couple of years, let's be honest. But your kids are older than mine. I just started later. If they're worried about getting on it, don't be worried. You know, jump on it, see what it's like. You know what? If it's not for you, it's not for you. Like it's not going to be for everyone. But I'll be honest as well. It can be time consuming. You can get stuck in the vortex that is called TikTok, and people don't know TikTok. You don't know what that is. It's like you go to bed, for instance. You lay in bed and you look at your phone up, and you go, "Oh, just jump on TikTok for a little bit, you know, just to calm the brain down." And all of a sudden, you're flicking. Then you look over at the time and you go, "It's been an hour. It's been an hour."
It's true.
What have I done in an hour? You know, so
yeah, it's highly addictive in that way, especially because the algorithm is so strong. They cater it for you.
Yes.
It starts to know what you want to watch, which is really amazing. And the bottom line is the reason I finally got on the platform after seeing my kids engage with it. It's just the opportunity. My goal here on YouTube, Facebook, anywhere, is to inspire people, people to get out and go geocaching. I'm not a big tutorial guy. I'm more of an entertainment guy. But if somebody watches my video and sees me having fun, sees me getting outdoors, then hopefully it will inspire them to do the same. And I just thought there's a huge audience. And let's be frank, like on YouTube, the last few years, I've sort of, as far as followers, have plateaued a little bit. So you have to go where the people are. Just like the Little Mermaid said, right? I want to be where the people are. And so this is not this is not bragging at all, but I just want to give people an understanding of the power of this platform to influence people. I've been on TikTok. Exactly. I've been on TikTok since February 8th. That was my first video. And
I know these numbers. Yep.
And I have, as of today, I have I'm not bragging. This is just, it blows my mind because I really didn't do anything. I mean, I did some things, but 173,000 people decided to click follow. Like, I want to follow that old guy.
Yeah.
Right?
You've got triple the numbers. Triple the numbers in months as opposed to the other numbers in years and years of creativity, years of time and effort and money that goes into the vlogging, you know, on YouTube. Well, I've got a question for you now, Josh.
Yeah.
What do you think in regards to, I call it cross-contamination, whereby you can try and lead people from YouTube to TikTok or TikTok to YouTube? What do you think? How can you?
I've never been a believer of expecting people to cross platforms.
Yeah, it's hard.
And I think some of that happens. You can use them to promote the one or the other, but I've always been a big believer, and this is just sort of how it worked out. Because I asked this question with Facebook, because I posting YouTube videos on Facebook, find it, as far as the algorithm goes, pretty unsuccessful as far as the number of people that Facebook will push to my YouTube. They don't own each other. They don't want you to leave Facebook. YouTube doesn't want you to go somewhere else. So I'm a big believer of just meeting people where they're at. Yeah. And so I tried to balance out original content just for TikTok. Mm-hmm. But I've also found a lot of success repurposing. And I know, Craig, you've done a little of this too, repurposing some of the best YouTube videos on TikTok. And probably my most successful videos, just by the nature of the amazing caches I've visited over the years, I found a lot of success as far as growing my TikTok audience by repurposing YouTube videos.
Exactly. And again, Josh, that's just, it goes to show you then educate yourself even further by research. Okay, how can I use what I already have to go onto this platform? And especially when, obviously, as we all know, YouTube is landscape. TikTok is portrait. So you have to try and repurpose those videos from landscape into portrait. There's software programs, there's all this sort of stuff, which again, it gets my research juices flowing. It gets my creative juices flowing. How can I do this to keep it from that to that and get the best out of it? Stuff like that. So
it's been challenging because I don't want to put this on TikTok, for the most part. I want to put this. So to go through my YouTube videos and finding the videos that have all the action in the middle has been challenging. I haven't
phoned you about it yet. I've got a quick tip about that. I can actually move my It's called Final Cut Pro.
Ooh la la.
It's a software program. It did cost me $500 for the software program, but it's the upgrade from iMovie. And again, I thought to myself, I'm going to invest in this and really give my YouTube channel a spark as well. And that's another reason why I can do now more. I just outgrew it, as an editing software program. I just outgrew it. I got bored, I think, as well. Mm-hmm. It wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. Right. So you have enough and you just put the computer down and go elsewhere. Whereas this one here with Final Cut Pro, I'm now using, it's just there's so many more features. I'm learning about keyframes. I'm learning about trying to move different things different way. In the video that's coming up this weekend, I was doing it last night because it's only 6:30 a.m. here. Hence the coffee. Oh, by the way, Kuhn and Bud, he asked me, am I thirsty? Yes, mate. This is my actually, I got this cup in the good old US of A. Look at that. NYPD.
Look at that.
Oh, and look at the color. Look at the NYPD is actually see-through. Anyway.
Oh, wow.
I know. It's the green screen. It's the green screen. So I did some editing last night for the one coming up. And where was I going with that? I can't even think now. I lost the train of thought. That never happens. Or it does actually. It happens too much. But anyway, but I get my creative juices flowing. I get the transitions that I want to get. I get the what I wanted to see. And then going back to the TikTok stuff is that you can very easily on the software program that I have now, you can very easily turn from a landscape into a portrait and move it all around. Oh, that's what I was saying. I managed to get I'll be on the video. Ready? This is a little spoiler for you.
Okay,
I'm on my phone doing this. Doing this. And I'm scrolling here because I've made a hologram. Oh, yeah. Ooh. I've managed to make myself a little hologram, little feature.
That's cool.
That's really cool. So things like that. You're learning something new every day. And getting back to TikTok, it's got to be portrait mode. That's the best thing for it. And we have both repurposed stuff from YouTube.
Yes.
Because number one, in quarantine, I couldn't get out, so I had to do something. I can't just. I did a couple of ones live here in my house, I think, because I obviously you were aware as well. I had to actually get tested for the corona and all that sort of stuff from coming back to the US. But TikTok, TikTok.
What is working? What is working for you on TikTok? What are you liking about it? And what are some things that you're not liking about it?
Ooh, that's a good question, Josh. I really enjoy the as I said, you cannot surpass the algorithm of this TikTok. It shows me exactly what I like. End of story. Yeah. So that's what I love about TikTok. I love that aspect about TikTok. I think the thing I it's not that I don't like about it, but it's new. So, and it's a new platform, and therefore, if you want to be a creator on this platform, you do have to do your research. You do have to. It's the same as when you start a YouTube channel and you've got no idea about how to make a video. You start basic, and you see the progression. Now, people ask me as well. They say, "Oh, they want to get this setup. They want to get the microphones. They want to get the green screen. They want to get the lighting. With the cameras." I'm like, you don't have to. Don't have to. Your story and your personality are the main two things that will surpass you being a good creator, whatever platform we're talking about. And in that way, I find myself, you want to see progression of a channel. Now, Josh, I watched your very, very first, we both did. We watched your very first video a couple of weeks ago on one of my trivia nights.
My first YouTube video you're talking about.
Yeah, your first YouTube video, your very first YouTube video. Now, how much how much have you grown since then? You know, now
So
some
much.
people go, well, take all that stuff down because you've gotten better. You're like, no. It shows growth. You know, you have a look at any TV show, American Idol, for instance, or America's Got Talent, all that sort of stuff. People want to see, or Dancing with the Stars is the perfect one as well. People want to see you pretty bad, and they want to see you get better. You know, and if you start out really good, you got nowhere to go. So they want to see that growth. And so when people say, you know, oh, I haven't got the lighting, I haven't got this, I haven't got that, you've got you. And you've got what's in your mind to make your own story, however you want to make it, you know, do your own. And let's be honest as well, geocaching is a very niche market. It's so small. You know, we're never going to get the followers like, you know, all those other ones, like, what do you call it? Pee-wee, whatever his name is. And all that.
Pee-wee Herman?
Not Pee-wee.
Yeah, if you bring up Pee-wee, I'm going into Pee-wee.
I do. You get excited whenever you get excited. Pee-wee actually comes out. I'm like, oh, I can't even do him. I'm not even American. I don't know why I even try. But we're not going to get the numbers like that because geocaching is such a niche market. You see,
but the amazing thing is that one of the things I love about TikTok is that some of my videos are getting those numbers.
Yes,
because people are learning about it. So the Dr. Who TARDIS in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, I'm pulling in Doctor Who fans.
Yep.
I know. And now they're discovering it's geocaching.
Exactly.
You know? And now they're
That's right. And yeah, exactly. That's what I do enjoy about the TikTok stuff as well, is that it is new to a lot of people. And so geocaching is very new to a lot of people. So you get that excitement rolls over into your videos. Even as we joked around before about, you know, them commenting the same things over and over again. And Josh, did you see what I see?
Craig, you know what that means, right? You know what that means?
You got some TikTok music.
Oh yeah.
You got TikTok music.
Oh, let me see what I got for you here. I gotta find something that is not copyright. Let's go for let's go.
He says no dancing. He says no dancing. Oh.
Thank you, Rich. Can you hear that? Oh, Craig, that's nice.
Oh, the wrong way.
Thank you, Rich. All right, now, Craig.
But anyway.
Craig. Yeah, I love the interruptions. Thank you, Rich, so much for that. Do you have anywhere near you a geocaching show and tell you could show us right now?
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
Now?
Grab something. What is that? Ooh.
It's just a stock standard fake rock, Josh. But this here, I've noticed, we're talking about TikTok. This here it actually weirds people out. People go, why is that there? Why is it a fake rock? How did you even find that? Now, as everyone who's a geocacher knows, you get to know these sort of types of hides pretty quickly. But you think about it, to the average muggle who has no clue what about this game is about, this to them is a rock. So yeah, there's the nearest one. That's just one close to me, mate.
that is an amazing point, and that's another thing I've been enjoying. How refreshing has it been? I mean, let's take it the lowest common denominator, an LPC, a light bulb. And I don't know if you have a whole lot of those.
We don't have any at all here in Australia.
We have so many.
Yeah,
and, and I'm making little, using silly music and dun, 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 dun.
The trends. You got to keep up with the trends.
Yeah, and so for somebody, I'm like, oh, this is the worst kind of cache. But for somebody who's like, those move up. Yeah. And they're like, yes, they do. So exactly. Imagine how crazy it is when that's the lowest common denominator. But then I show somebody a Doctor Who TARDIS where you play a Simon game to get inside of it, and there's both people are just like, and they see that as the first geocache they've ever seen, and they're just like, their minds are like, what is this game? And then I have to say, well, they're not all like that.
No, that's right.
Right?
Yeah, there's so many pill bottles you have to find before you find one of these.
Exactly. I'm going to do a little show and tell too. Here's something on the live stream. Look at this. It's a giant. It's kind of like a giant. This is supposed to hold like Lego.
Are they lucky? Are they lucky tag?
The minifigs, right? So that's what it's supposed to hold. It's meant for like Lego guys, right? But I put in there every time I meet a geocaching.com lackey.
Oh, it is too.
Yeah, they give me a tag. So these are all different lackey tags of the lackeys I've met over the years. So for those of you that are new to geocaching, a lackey is somebody that works at geocaching headquarters.
Yes.
So Rich, that $1.99 got not only 2 dances, but also got 2 show and tells.
I'll have to get
that's pretty special. That's pretty special.
It certainly is.
So let's talk a little bit, if it's okay to talk, because we brought it up. Talk a little bit about TikTok trends, because that has been one of my strategies. It's like you go through and you see some of the same types of videos, some of the same type of music, and I've been trying to figure out, okay, when I see a trend, my brain, it's like the creativity. My brain's like, how can I relate this to geocaching? Have you had the similar thought?
100%, mate. 100%. And just like what you do with Lisa and cache-adventure.com with the Geocache of the Month challenge. You see, Geocache of the Month challenge?
Challenge of the Month.
Challenge of the Month. What's the Geocache? Challenge of the Month. It inspires people, you see. So I take the trending stuff from TikTok and do the same thing. Use it to inspire you to actually make something different. Now, if people don't know anything about TikTok and whatever else as well, these trends that come through, it normally relates to a particular song. It normally relates to a song that is in the top sort of 20 sort of countdown, so to speak, at that point in time. And I think a lot of them are the same sort of they all do the same sort of dancing, that sort of stuff. Whereas if we can try and do it so it's geocache related, that's what I love the best. That's what I love the best. And you use that music, use the same themes. Like we were just talking before about the LPC caches, was that there's a song, it goes, and the song comes through, and you did it with the actual light pole cache,
Yeah.
That's what I like. That's what I really like actually about TikTok, is that it gives you themes. It gives you something to go, you know what? How can I do this differently, but the same, but different? Does it make sense? Like
I've been trying right now. The current trend is the wipe.
Yeah, wipe it down, wipe. I know.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's basically somebody inside of a mirror wiping a mirror, but then on the third wipe, they change somehow.
Exactly.
Change their outfit. So I've been trying to think of a way to do that for geocaching. I haven't figured it out yet.
Exactly. But again, though, I've seen that being done differently as well. Yes. And a person, and she's wiped it down twice, like once down, once up. And then each wipe after that, she went through the ages, and she actually dressed up in different age groups. So she went from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, on each wipe. So now great. The amount of time that takes, Josh, to do that, that's just incredible. This person would have taken seriously maybe 2 or 3 hours in and out of costume, doing the editing, and that gets so many likes. And yet you see a video of my fluffy dog, and that gets like 1 million. Like
I know.
Again, guys, you cannot, like any other platform. My best advice is you can't do this expecting any numbers. You just can't. You just do it for yourself. You do it for fun.
Don't chase it.
Don't try and chase numbers. You can't. You just can't. I mean, there's enough. You can try and promote yourself, on different platforms and different media platforms. But if you're going to worry about the numbers, then it's not worth it.
To follow anything for number reasons, whether it's for money or for fame or for popularity, like that is a result of success, but that should not be the goal. The goal has to be higher and greater, whether it's just to have fun or to express yourself or to inspire someone. But right here, somebody thinks a little bit differently. Skimbosh says, I expect numbers.
I like the comment above that from Rai. I think it's Rai. What about a geocache that doesn't open until you learn the TikTok dance correctly?
Oh, we're getting great ideas.
Yeah, see,
great ideas already.
And so therefore, again, guys, you can cross-platform this stuff, so you can actually use TikTok-related things in your geocaching. I mean, I don't know about you, Josh, but I personally have a geocache out in the field, and it's a mystery puzzle cache.
Yes.
And you literally have to watch an unpublished video of mine on my YouTube channel and work out how to get the coordinates for it. See, and it's unpublished, so no, it's not going to be public. No one can see it and watch it. But it's related to the cache, and the link is in the description of the cache. You click the link, and you go through it, and you watch the video through, and then you try and work out where the numbers are. So, and that's what I mean. You can use, again, cross-platform stuff from, you can possibly, it's a possibility. I don't know how we do it yet, but, you could use a TikTok. That's not out of the question. Right. That's not out of the question, mate. That is not out of the question.
One of my favorite friends. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I'm not ashamed of dancing, even though I'm not a great dancer. One of my favorite friends that I followed on TikTok, and I'm not going to show the video because I don't want to get a copyright strike on this video, because that's the thing. Like, TikTok has approved music, and even some of that gets pulled. It goes through before it's sort of the Wild West on TikTok. Yeah. But mine is, that filter. There's so many filters where there's a water line. Did you see that? There's like a water.
Yes.
And it says, I just said, use the music from Titanic.
That's right.
And went down and came out, and it looked like I was finding the geocache underwater.
Yes, yeah, exactly, like a 5.5 cache.
Yeah, and what's so funny about that? It got almost every TikTok I post, there's some sort of question, and people, it brought the idea. It was like, oh my gosh, are there really underwater geocaches? So
yeah, exactly.
The
toilet paper roll one as well. The toilet paper roll you did. People are like, are there caches in pipelines? You're like, yeah, there is.
Yeah, totally. So I love it for the aspect that it can be entertaining and educational at the same time. I usually I don't aim, even YouTube, I don't aim to be educational, but just by doing the things geocachers do,
that's right,
I end up being educational. So,
it always it always sparks people's interest. Everyone goes, what are you doing? Everyone has that question in the back of their mind that they want to learn something new. And there you go, Aaron. Yeah, thank you for getting me.
And you can keep talking, Craig, but right here, this is the reason.
That's the reason. That's exactly
the reason. And Aaron, I don't know if you're an adult or a young person, but regardless, like, if you're a young person, that totally makes my day. If you saw on YouTube or TikTok me going on a geocaching adventure. Anyway, continue, Craig.
Exactly. No, and that's what we were saying before, Josh, and that is to be inspiring to the younger generation. In this day and age, there's a lot of distractions for young people, and let's be honest. And you, of all people, Josh, know it because of your normal job, your normal business.
Right.
And so there's a lot of distractions for these younger people, and they can go down different routes in their life, and their mind is still young. If you try and get that outdoors theme, that adventurous, side of their brain ticked off pretty early,
yes,
then 90% of the time, I personally think they're going to be a good person rather than be stuck inside in front of like a video game or, especially though some of them are pretty bad. But, it's get them outside, fresh air, sunshine, what we all used to be like. I mean, you see memes on it all the time. Back in my day, we didn't come home until the lights got turned on, the street lights got turned on. You see those memes all the time.
Right.
And I find that geocaching, it brings out that sort of old school sort of, adventure for young people rather than get them outside. Sunshine.
Yeah. I mean, the research shows the negative stuff. Like, I work with young people, isolation, loneliness, depression, unfortunately, suicide. Those numbers are all skyrocketing because research is out.
Yeah.
They are alone together with whoever they're interacting on here, and they're not seeing the sunlight. I mean, this is a big generalization, but anything we can do to inspire young people to get outside, have those. I mean, I grew up in the 80s. I was those kids. The greatest thing I owned in my life was my BMX bike.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It gave me freedom to go, a 5-mile radius from my house, going to creeks and like getting into trouble.
Exactly. Taking a shovel with you that you stole from your dad's, garage to actually build a BMX ramp, in the local park or whatever, and you get in trouble from the council rangers because you're digging holes and whatnot, but still you're outside. See, whereas geocaching, Josh, I find you were saying before about bringing up, devices. Geocaching still does tick off that little I can't leave home without my device thing,
right.
And that's what I really enjoy about it as well. And that's what a lot of young people are going, well, is there an app for this? And you go, well, yes, there is, so they jump on the app, they're all of a sudden learning about geocaches, they then get intrigued about it, And then this, which normally would keep them inside and alone, gets them out.
Yes.
You know, and I think I mean, you get a lot of I'll say old school geocachers that go, they cache these days with the smartphones, and I only do with Garmin GPS. And then back in my day, I used to have to print out the maps itself and go on the walks.
I printed out the sheets of paper.
Printed out a sheet of paper, and we couldn't log it until we got back on the computery thingy. Those days are gone. This is new technology. This is what's happening. Josh, I've been caching since 2014. I have only ever used my iPhone and Cachely. No plug. But someone said the other day I should be sponsored by Cachely. I mean, there's a few of us that should be, but none of us are. Love the app. But yeah, using a device, because that's what everyone wants to go around now. Everyone uses the device and get outside. And it's the same way as well. You can't blame the devices either, And people say, technology is ruining the young people of today. No, it's not. You look at people say show a video of or a photo, everyone on a train, right? A train carriage, and everyone's like this on their train carriage. Mm-hmm. You show a photo of 20 or 30 years ago, everyone's exactly the same, but just with a newspaper.
That's true.
There's no difference. There's no difference, people. The technology has changed. That's all there is. People are still going to be the same, no matter what. And so I find any sort of social media platform, whether it be YouTube, TikTok, all that sort of stuff, if it can flow through to geocaching, get people outside, still on their devices, but playing a game, interacting with friends. And as we all know, as soon as you get, we say meters here, about 5 meters. I don't know. It's about 10 or 12 foot in your range. You get to sort of 10 foot from the cache, you put your device away. All of a sudden, it makes you put that device away and then hunt for the cache. And now there's times there where I've missed phone calls, I've missed messages and everything else because I'm too busy geocaching. That's what it is. And that's what I like about it. So
we might have.
Oh, he's frozen again. Let it go. Let it go. I can't see.
Am I back?
He's back. You
Okay.
almost made me sing. You almost made me sing.
There might be some young people in here because we get the one thing, and I don't think it's annoying. I get the same questions over and over again on TikTok. Questions about geocaching. What is geocaching? I think we've already established that. Yeah. But the second big question, I know you answered this question in one of your tutorial videos, is how do I get started? Everybody asks, what app should I download? And when I tell them, you brought up Cachely. Cachely, if you go into the App Store and look at Cachely, it says, I think the tagline is an advanced geocaching app.
Yes.
And I always tell everybody, download the
official free app. Yep.
Free app. And what it does, and I don't know the last time you've been in there, after you use it for a while, if you're a premium member, it bypasses all this. But when you open it up for the first time, it actually does a pretty good job leading you through your first couple finds.
Absolutely, Josh. Well, when I was doing my 101 sort of tutorials, I went back. I went back to the original app. I got rid of my account, and I had a basic account. I opened up a basic account on it, and it's just to see what it was like. And there was the limitations and a basic member, non-premium and brand new, just to see what it was like. And I really enjoyed what HQ have done to try and educate those who just download the app without knowing anything about it. Because I remember when I started, I had no clue. I downloaded the app because a friend of mine said, "Oh, this should be good for you, Craig. It'll get you outside." So I downloaded the app. I saw there was a cache literally in the park next door to my house. And I said, "Oh, I'll call you back." And I ran out there, found the cache, got so excited. Quick story. I found a coin, a geocoin, a trackable geocoin in the cache. It was a beautiful coin too, Josh. So I went, I'm going to take that coin. That's I'm going to take that coin. That's the cache. That's the cache. So because I had no idea. Right. I took the coin, went home with it, and I'm reading the coin, and it says trackable at geocaching.com. And I'm looking on, and then all of a sudden I don't know where it was, and everyone laughs at me for this, but I don't care. It's what happened. My brain went, oh my God, there must be a chip in here. A tracking chip, and this is how they track the geocaches. You see, I better go put it back. So I ran downstairs, went back into the park, and went and put it back in the cache because I'm like,
they're tracking you.
They're tracking me. I don't want people knocking at my door saying, "Have you got the cache?"
That's awesome.
So
that's really great.
But HQ done a really good job with the app, and really the videos that play through show you how to find things, show you what to look for, give you hints and tips in the app when you first start is really good. I mean, there's a few things, obviously limitations
Yes.
They do try and push towards premium a little bit on the app. And I touch. I'm only going to touch on this now, but it's all the reviews are in my my YouTube channel. And that is what interested me was that it only showed traditionals, and up to a DT rating of 2.2. That's it on your phone. But you get on your same account, the basic member account, you get onto a computer, and all of a sudden you see them all.
Yeah,
you see them all. And they're all there. But yeah, that I thought to myself that app is really limiting people that do it in the field.
Right.
So,
and I think, I think it's smart. You don't want people going looking for the mystery cache that is in the middle of the mystery cache that is not at posted coordinates in the middle of the road.
Exactly. It's there's a sewer line underneath people. Come on, geez.
Right. Well, Craig, we have like 5 minutes left. I know
we do too.
It's early there. You have to work today. You have to
and an hour. I go to work an hour. I started at 8 today, so it wasn't too bad.
So we might have a little bit of time. But what I would love to do, we've got 45 people hanging out with us right now. If you have any questions about TikTok, about geocaching and TikTok, we will answer some of those questions. And Craig, if you can watch those for me and maybe highlight some. But while we wait, I want to do a fun game with you right now. Okay, it's going to be kind of like quick fire questioning. Okay, I'm going to call this game Name 3. Okay, so I'm going to say name 3, and then I'm going to tell you the category.
Hang on, I need a
name. Yeah, get your coffee going.
I just.
Are you ready? Here we go.
Go for it, mate. Go for it.
Because you're like the geocaching game show host right now. But this is my broadcast.
You're turning the tables here on me. You know that, don't you?
My broadcast. I get to choose. I get to ask questions. So, we have a question, and we're going to get to it in a second. Here's the first one. Name 3. Name 3 of your favorite geocaching types. Go.
Traditional, multi, and webcams.
Fantastic. I think I would say traditional, lab.
Oh yeah.
And event.
See, for me, lab's not there at the moment, only because it doesn't show up on the official app yet. You see, you have to do the other app. So that's for another show.
But it is an icon. You're right.
It is.
Right. So this is gosh, how quickly can we answer this question? That is the whole show.
that is a whole show. Aaron, the best thing, mate, I'm going to say is that look for traditionals first. Look for anything under a 2.2 difficulty and terrain, and that will get your juices flowing. That will be enough for you to actually start geocaching without being, disheartened by not being able to do a difficulty 5 find, for instance. I mean, you and I both know, Josh, some D5 finds themselves, they can take us 3 or 4 attempts. And then the phone calls, phone a friends, and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, Aaron, different types of caches, mate. Stick with traditionals first. Traditionals are there itself. Multis take you from place to place, and then puzzles are a nightmare for me. But anyway, I'm lucky. I've got good puzzling friends that I can actually drive to GZs. I'm the driver. Yeah.
So the lesson, if you're just getting started, stick to traditionals for a while. Find a good 100 traditionals, and then come back and ask us more questions. Right?
Exactly.
Here's a good question by the Pizza Ninja. What caching experience brings you the most joy?
Oh, there's actually one experience itself, and this is without going too deep too quick. I was having a bad day. Let's just say that. I was having a bad day at the time, and I was driving home, and I wasn't in the best of moods. I was really, really, really down. And I thought to myself, what's going to pick me up? A cache. And just so happened to be a multi-cache on the way home. I thought, you know what? A multi is good because it gets me out walking, fresh air, sunshine. I'm going to need this. And by the time I did this 5-stage multi, the type of multi it was, I was walking through this orange-colored mud. I was walking under waterfalls, and literally as I was walking through the mud, and it felt like I felt like my body was clinging together. And then I walked under the waterfall, and it was so refreshing. Mentally for me, that literally reset my brain, So that to me would be my number one geocaching experience, and that happened probably about 4 years ago now. So you remember things. You remember so much with geocaching. You drive along the road, guys. If you don't know what geocaching is, you drive along the road, and all of a sudden, I'm telling you, your partner or whatever else who's a non-geocacher, you turn around and go, oh, there's a cache there. There's a cache there. There's a cache there. There's a cache there. You know, I know someone's house. I know where to find a friend of mine's house, by a geocache that is nearby, not by his house, but because there's a geocache nearby.
Oh, that is great. And I love that TikTok that I just duetted when it just brought so much joy. I mean, there's so much I love about that. You look up, and you did this all in 60 seconds. I'm sure in real time it was longer. But you look up, you said, let's go geocaching. Great. You look up and it's this beautiful sunrise.
It was gorgeous.
Beautiful sunrise. You're like, oh, here's the cache. And you lift up the cache and there's the most adorable little frog.
Green tree frog.
And if that doesn't bring a smile to your face, I mean,
my heart skipped a little bit.
Yeah, and it's just so simple. For me, one of the things I love about geocaching, and I think that brings me a lot of joy, is I'm a big fan of checking off boxes. I'm a big fan of I'm so goal oriented. I mean, look, this whiteboard back here, it's just like filled with goals, right? And it's so satisfying when I can cross off those goals. So for me, if there's a location or a specific cache that I really want to get, and I can attain it and reach that goal and have that experience, it's so much joy. And I think the number one thing that comes to my mind is when I found that ape cache in Brazil.
Yeah. I didn't see that video.
Yeah, there's nothing special about the cache, but it's just like the lore of being out in this jungle and only being two like it in the world, and then getting there. That brings me so much joy.
And let's be honest, Josh, I mean, not stereotyping here, but Americans, believe it or not, don't actually travel that much, I found.
Right.
But geocaching makes them travel. And what other Americans that for instance, would literally go to Brazil for the purpose of walking through the jungle? You know what I mean? Like, the adventures that you have are just unbelievable. There was, before we go, there's one of the Coblets has a really good question in the chat room as well.
This one right here?
That's the one. That's the one. I love that question. You want to go first for that, or do you want me?
Sure. If you were a cache, where would you hide yourself? And what type of cache would you be? Oh my gosh!
You ready for this? I've got this straight away. I would be a magnificent lab cache at a mega or giga event, because I just want to be touched by many people at once.
There's no doubt you love the attention, and that is not a bad thing. Boy,
yep, I'd definitely be a lab at
a Gigastock. At Gigastock 2 years ago, I felt like I was a lab cache.
You did?
There was a lot of joy there. I loved meeting people. It was such a memorable, amazing day. But there were so many people there that I had to run if I needed to go to the bathroom, if I needed to get a bite to eat, because everybody wanted to say hello, which I'm not complaining.
No,
but I understand why, like, real celebrities. I understand why they have like handlers.
Exactly. I mean, I was there with you for Gigastock as well, because the vlogger had a tent and the podcasters had a tent. I don't know where I'm going to be for the next one, but anyway. But I saw you a couple of times. You actually literally hid around the corner, and I kind of watched you a little bit, and it was good. You were actually resetting yourself. You were having a break, and you were like, you took a deep breath and you reset yourself, and then all of a sudden, as soon as you came back out, you were your normal Joshua self again. I'm like, there he is. He needed that little reset. Was good, and then the rain at the end. Oh, by the way, I've got something for show and tell when people are ready to sign.
Yeah. If somebody like your super chat. Craig's got something in the wings here. I didn't really answer the question.
I'll show it anyway. Josh. Look what I got in the mail yesterday. I got this in the mail. Are you ready?
Oh.
Geo Woodstock 18 in Canada.
That has not even happened yet.
August 22nd, 2020, the date is on there.
So rare. That's so rare.
And just because it's your feed, Josh. There you go, guys. If you can see that at all. Oh, which way is it?
Do you want to announce it? I'll put it on a banner.
No. I want people to actually go back and watch this a couple of times if they need to see it.
Okay. If they need to
view it, there you go. If you can't view it, message me. If you can't view that TV and you want to discover it, message me on my YouTube channel.
There you go. And by the way, everyone, after you're done watching this live stream, please head over to Seemyshell, the Aussie Geocacher. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you show him some love. Go into the comments and say, hey, I just came over here from the geocaching vlogger. Also, go to him on TikTok. Same thing. Seemyshell.
TikTok thing.
Seemyshell. Just as it sounds, like Seemyshell. Like
Seemyshell. That's right.
All one word. And make sure you go over there, show him some love.
You know how I got my name, don't you, Josh? You know how I got my name, don't you? Have I told you?
Don't remember.
You don't remember? Well, my first name is Craig. Oh, this side. My first name is Craig.
Yeah.
You see, so that's the initial C, also SEE. You see, my last name is the girl's name, Michelle. So Craig Michelle, Seemyshell. Seemyshell. There you go. So
makes so much sense. All right, we're gonna do. I didn't answer the question. If I what kind of cache would I be? I think I'd be a really well done multi-cache. It's not my favorite type, but when they're good, when multi-caches are good, they typically are very good.
Yeah, yep.
And I wouldn't be one where you had to do any sort of math or anything.
You know, see, there's me. Math. I'm good with. Multis I like because it's got math in it. It's the puzzles that get me. I can't. And look, here's another little show and tell for you. Oh, what? Look at the green screen. It works perfectly on this. And you ready for this, Josh? Ready for this? Carly Long is the author, and look at that.
Oh.
Hi, Craig. Happy puzzling, and yet I don't even do any puzzles. But anyway, so there you go. Yeah. And guys, again, like there's so many different things out there, and I'm featuring this on my YouTube channel next week. And that is all the different things you can actually get from geocaching in terms of to help you, like the toolbox. You know, geocaching toolbox is out there. You've got, you know, different books and whatnot out there as well from all different either podcasters or authors, you know, stuff like that. So it's really, really cool. Oh, question.
Yeah, one more question. Then I'm going to let you go because we are over an hour. But this has been such a great conversation. I've been wanting to even go on a podcast and talk about TikTok TikTok and geocaching on TikTok, but I haven't had the chance. And I just thought, hey, why can't I do my own? Right?
If you can't find it, do it yourself.
Yeah, because this is now a show. Okay,
it is a show.
This is Stefan Frank from Germany. Fun fact, he is in some of my German videos. Great guy, also patron. So thank you so much for joining us, Stefan. Is caching without vlogging still an option for you? Craig, you want to answer that?
Oh, 100%. I cache more often without my camera than I do with my camera. Mostly, I'll just say sometimes I may do it whilst I'm working if there's a first to find to be had because I can get there the quickest with my car. Anyway, that's another story right there, and that's a story that I have to tell live. I can't tell it on a social media platform because I'll get in trouble. So yeah, I go. I'm a geocacher first before and come vlogger. You know, I started geocaching. I was vlogging before geocaching. I was vlogging. I was doing, believe it or not, I was actually doing fishing videos and whatnot.
Oh wow!
Actually, one of my fishing videos from I think it's 6 years ago, still to this day gets more views than all the rest of my geocaching channels. Geocaching videos, but anyway, it's 6 years ago. Anyway, and it's a crappy video. Anyway,
it tells you there's a bigger audience for fishing. So.
100%.
If you're a young person wanting to start a YouTube channel, maybe it shouldn't be geocaching. Maybe fishing.
Maybe pick your niche. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, I definitely go out caching more than I do vlogging. I mean, I do if it's a good, as I said before, if it's a good cache or a good location, I will and I've got reception. That's the other thing with Periscope, and I've got reception. I'll do it. I think now after finding TikTok and all that sort of stuff, when I go out, if I don't have reception, good cache, I'll do a TikTok video and then, you know, edit it and put it back in when I get home. I might do that, but I find I don't vlog if I'm with people that often because you slow them down, Josh. You know what it's like.
Yeah.
It takes time, guys. You know, you set up the camera, run here, set up the camera there, do the filming here, do that there. Normally, if you don't have the camera, you just walk to the cache, sign the logbook, and walk back. You know, but you got to get you walking. You know.
When I'm with people, I just warn them that they're going to be a part of the show. They don't have an option.
See, and that's again, that's the reason why I call you the vlog father.
To answer that question for myself, yes. You know, I if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, I really do focus on high quality geocaching adventures.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of pride myself in trying to show the best of the best, right? So that means the best location, trying to bet the best location, some of the best caches, and also some of the best people. That is the key. That is the 3 keys to an incredible geocaching video. If you have all 3, great. But that's not. But I'm a geocacher first. But the thing, the funny thing, bringing it full circle with TikTok, the geocaches that aren't on the vlog now become geocaching adventures, because a typical find is, for a TikTok viewer, is much more, the bar is so lower
It is.
as far as quality of finds. So I will bring out my phone and do a quick TikTok.
Yeah,
so
they'll get excited about a pill bottle under an LPC. Like, that's what they do. Like, but you know what is so refreshing as a creator to go back again, and as you said, Josh, this is all about inspiring people. You know, some people, look, let's be honest, guys. If you want to get into this sort of stuff in terms of any social media platform, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it might be, you got to expect some people don't like it. You know what I mean? And I've got the numbers are out there that don't like what I do, that don't like, and predominantly they're older generation that don't like the spoiling aspect of it.
Right.
I mean, the only advice I'll give in regards to spoiling of caches is do not place the GC code on any of your videos unless I don't do it anyway. I don't do it either way. Even if the CEO says yes, it's fine, I still don't do it. And I don't really post the exact location where I'm at. I'll say what state I'm in, you know. But let's be honest, Josh, there's thousands and thousands of caches in every single state, so you're not going to actually spoil it. And a quick funny story is that a good friend of mine who watches all my periscopes knew exactly about this, watched a periscope of mine live, watched me find this cache live. 4 weeks later, he phones me, phone a friend. Oh, I'm at this cache location. You done it about 4 weeks ago. Whereabouts is it? Can you tell me where it is? Oh, yeah, what is it? And I looked and went, I did a periscope about that. And you watched the periscope live. You watched me find it live. Oh, did you? Oh, did you? I'm like, so people as long as you don't put GC codes there, I personally think that spoilers, for me, if you've got a good quality cache, it actually inspires people to go out there and do quality cache, build quality caches rather than put that pill bottle under the lamppost. Right. You know, they'll do something different, something new, something intriguing, you know, something that's going to collect favorite points, you know, stuff like that. So I find personally that spoiling, I was going to say spoiling for me, it's not an option. It's nothing. It's not a spoiler. There's more spoilers on the actual cache listing itself than there is in any of my videos. And let's be honest, if you're going to watch my videos that intently and stalk me, then you know what? Go for it. It's the same as a phone. It's the same as a phone a friend. You know, what's the difference between that and ringing someone saying, "Oh, have you got the coordinates to this mystery cache?" Nothing. Yeah. So whatever.
A lot of
you get a few of those.
Well, you know, it was much different when I started. My YouTube channel is approaching 10 years now. So 10 years ago, it was when there weren't as many. A lot of people didn't have a full TV studio in their hand back then.
That's right.
You know, so to show caches, it was a little bit new. But now anybody, you know, new geocachers, they're like, oh, they don't know anything about spoiling and anything like that. So it's not a problem. For me, it's always been about respect. Yes. So if it's a typical hide, not that big a deal. Now let's be honest, I do a lot of high profile hides. If you don't want to be spoiled, I'm not forcing you to watch anything.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
A lot of people don't have that self-control. But for those high-profile caches, I do ask permission because people put a lot of hard work in those really well-done gadget caches, and I want to make sure.
Of course. And let's be honest as well, 9 times out of 10, they're going to say, yeah, go ahead. Like, and they're going to feel proud and privileged because that's the reason what gets them to build that sort of cache in the first place. They want to get recognized. They want to have some sort of, you know, some people will go on like YouTube or TikTok, you know, and do these great videos because they want to get recognized for that particular purpose. Other people, I know there's a couple of hiders here. They're an old guy, so shy, so quiet, so reserved, but he builds the best geocaches that are out there, or not the best because that's West Virginia Tim, but some really good quality caches here in Australia. And you wouldn't know him from looking at him, but he does it because he loves to read all the comments that come back. So that's his vice, is all the comments. So he does that for that purpose, you see. So yeah. So you find that a lot of people will be proud, right? You know,
and those cache builders, they deserve that praise because a lot of hard work goes that.
There is.
All right. We are at, oh my gosh, what a lively discussion. We are at 1 hour and almost 15 minutes.
Oh, geez, Josh.
Craig, it's been a pleasure.
No, the pleasure's been mine, Josh. Thank you.
Thank you for getting up early. I really appreciate it. You are, as we say, my brother from another mother. You're my Australian brother.
Yep.
You're my number one. You guys, when I first met Craig in person for the very first time, it was 2 years ago at Geo Woodstock, and we literally did the Chariots of Fire. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Here we go. We'll do it right now. Craig, I'm coming through. There we go. All right, man.
That could get a little
brother,
weird.
have a great day. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for everything you do. You bring so much life and energy to the geocaching world, and we're all better for it. So thank you so much.
Can I quickly just say, Josh, thank you so much, mate. And guys, if you don't know Josh, the geocaching vlogger, and how much money it takes to do that sort of stuff, it's incredible. Patreon is the best. And when you say I'm your number one, he's talking about Patreon. I'm his number one Patreon fan. That's right. So when he started Patreon the very first time, I was watching live on Periscope at the time. As soon as I got off that Periscope, I went straight on Patreon and went, bang, I'm going to be a Patreon member. And I was his number one Patreon. Number one. So guys, get on patreon.com/geocaching vlogger, it might be, or the geocaching vlogger.
Right. Yeah. Thank you so much.
And there's so many different levels. And then you know what? It's less than a cup of coffee a month. It is less than a cup of coffee a month, you know. So, and you support wonderful creators. So there you go, Josh.
Thank you so much. We'll see you soon. I appreciate it.
All right, guys. I'm over and out.
Oh, you guys, that was so awesome. Craig, what a great guest. What a great guy. A guy filled with a lot of joy. And, you know, I've always said in this channel that trying to bring you joy to the world, one geocaching adventure at a time. I haven't said that for a while, but Craig does that every single day. So everybody, thank you so much for joining today. Thank you to all the patrons that are in here today. And I just appreciate all of you. We got some exciting things coming up. So the Geo Challenge of the month is usually the first Sunday of the month, but this coming Sunday is May 31st. So I'm going to do something that I've never done before. Instead of posting the Geo Challenge of the month on June 6th, I'm posting the June Geo Challenge of the month on this Sunday. If you are a patron, and thank you so much if you are, I'm going to give you early access to the Geo Challenge of the month. I think I'll be releasing that either tomorrow or the next day. And I'm leaving. I'm finally getting out of the house. This is exciting. I'm going on a road trip to a very special location. And so that's what's happened for me. So I'm going to be over and out, and I'm going to head out into the car, and we're going to go on a little road trip and hopefully film some exciting geocaching adventures for you to enjoy here on this YouTube channel. Thank you to Houston, Texas, Houston Dave, and thank you to Rich Havlick for the super chats today. I really appreciate it. And let's close out. Let's just close out with a little bit of dancing. Why not? I got to pick a good song here, though. What am I going to pick? I'm just going to go with whatever comes up here. Oh, there it is. Ooh, pretty jazzy. Over and out. I have to turn it off.